Welcome! E aí, galera, beleza? Bem-vindo à nossa comunidade.
Welcome to our community.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is OGC here. Welcome to today's video. We're going to go over Clash of Fate from yesterday when we went up against Supreme Reign or something like that with Blood Moon. So first of all, I'm sorry that I don't have the full footage. Like 90% of all of the Clash of Fates you can find on this channel. For yesterday, two things happened. Number one, my computer updated and it removed the audio recording from the program that I record with. So when I went back to watch the footage, it was silent throughout, like the whole thing. So I don't think you guys would have liked that. And second, I felt horrible. I was not in good shape to either look at or listen to. I'm doing a little bit better today, so I'm happy. I got enough energy to do this, so we got this. Also, Blood Moon ended up losing. So it was a neck-and-neck fight with Supreme Reign or whatever they're called. And it was neck-and-neck the whole time. Eventually, they ended up pulling away, and they got the win at the end of it. I think if Blood Moon started off with all 20 people at the start, it would have been either a lot closer or Blood Moon would have won. I was one of those people that did not show up right away because I was not feeling good. So for Blood Moon, I am sorry. It won't happen again. It rarely happens, if ever. I don't think it ever has. I was not in good shape. Anyway, so for this first fight, it's actually one of mine. Now, I'm going up against a player who I have probably 800k core power, maybe 900k core power over them. Unlike other channels, I'll put this out. This person is a fantastic player. They're amazing. They're actually a friend of mine, or somebody that I consider a friend. Hopefully they consider me a friend. And I'm putting this out there by saying that this person kicked my butt probably like the last dozen times that we played. This is the first time that I beat them. So you can actually go back in my other videos and see this same player beat me because on this channel, we feature both the wins and the losses when we do the full live streams or the full Clash of Fates. So we're pretty cool in that sense. That being said, I was pretty happy with this because this player right here, they are unbelievably smart. They play way above their core power, and I finally got my first win going up against them. So that's fantastic. So we all know what my dragon looks like. We'll go in, we'll check out their dragon. It looks like they have the Arcane Blessing, the honestly, it's pretty good dragon all around. We have pretty much the same Dragonics. It looks like they're missing the external void, but they're also playing Sylph, so it's not the end of the world. When it comes to stats, they won in Might and Magic. We won in Stamina and Command. You can see both Bazarics going huge. So let's jump into this battle and see what actually happened. So Maluda, awesome fight, man. Always love going up against this guy because I learned so much. So it looks like we both have the Sol sides going up against the power sides. So on this top side, I only have 2 trees. For their Sol side, they actually have a pack of Huntresses and 2 trees. So they have a pretty good advantage with that. But right at the start, you can see the black holes coming out. We were able to take down their, looks like their Jax and their Talk pretty much right away. Their Ophidius is still up, which is somewhat troublesome. We have Nora. She does some blasts. It got deep. It took down their Ophidius, use up the resurrection on their Ophidius, but they jumped their Rufio in on our backline heroes, which causes some problems. So Sylph versus Sylph is very important to keep your Ophidius alive and take down the enemy Ophidius. You can also notice our dragon is being useless as far as like pumping out DPS. He's just hanging out in the back, which is kind of useless for us. But we're able to slowly take down this bottom side down here. I did do a heal earlier on, which I think really helped out, and we were able to eventually take down their Ophidius. They still have their lane up. Again, our dragon is just being useless in the background. I'm sorry that I'm purple. I don't know why I'm purple. There we go. We're starting coming back to our normal color. And all around, it's going pretty good. We end up taking out the bottom side, which is huge. Like, we had to take out that bottom side, and then we started swinging up. We popped the Mana Worm, and it looks like their Denji, their Varian, and their Belrog are all running up towards our dragon, which is perfect because we're swinging around to kill their dragon, and we have, like, a lot more heroes up. We still have our Gan, we have our Bazarics, we have Denji, we have everyone. We get the targeting from our Gan down onto the enemy dragon, and we're able just to take down the enemy dragon really fast, which is huge. Our dragon is still up, and it's able to actually put out a bunch of damage going up against their gladiator heroes, and we end up finishing off, taking off everything in the top side. They still have their Rufio, which is going to be slightly annoying. They spin it over towards the trees, trying to just take out and be as disruptive as possible with the Rufio, but we're eventually able to take them down. So again, guys, we had a big core power lead on this player, but this player is just a unbelievably skilled player. I really look up to them, and I learn a lot from them with every single fight. They taught me a lot about humans, so it was nice to go up against them. I consider it a friendly fight, and for once I got a win. If you want to see me lose to this same player, check out any of my live streams. I face them, and they destroy us. So great fight, man. Good job. So next, we have Super Bob. He's actually going up against Pepe Lu, and Super Bob's going with a Topaz Dragon. This is a pretty standard hero-killing dragon. Super Bob actually has a lot of points in his Dragonic. He's got maxed out Destruction and Affliction, which is just massive. Pepe has he's got the Scales, Frost, Swell. So he's actually got a really nice damage dealing dragon. He's missing his predation at the end, but he does have maxed out Destruction and Affliction. So pretty cool overall, and it looks like this guy's actually pretty strong going up against Super Bob. So when we look at the stats and damage, Super Bob won in all stats, which is massive. Not by much, I must say, but enough where he won in literally every stat. So I think that will help Super Bob out, because I think this guy has a core power lead going up against him. So when we start this fight off, it looks like the Sylph player has their power side on the bottom side. Topaz Dragon is pumping out a bunch of damage in that bottom area. They instantly, Super Bob instantly targets the Azul Dragon in that bottom section. Enemies, Denji's actually running around. Now that I've been playing Sylph for a little bit, I watched so much of that stuff, and the Denji is mad deep on Super Bob's archers in the bottom section. That's terrifying for Super Bob. However, on the top side, he looks like he's doing very good. He's got the Avalon with the totem up there, boosting up the archers. He's actually doing some decent damage to the trees, so that would be cool if you could actually break through up there while he holds on this bottom side. Pepe now does the targeting on the Topaz Dragon. Topaz Dragon is starting to go down a little bit. That's definitely scary for Super Bob. Doesn't want to lose the damage that's coming out and the tankiness holding on to that bottom side with the Topaz Dragon. Topaz Dragon's barely alive. Top side, we can see that one tree is almost about to go down. The pack of Huntresses is down. Super Bob's Topaz Dragon finally does go down. We got Belrogs tanking up down in the bottom. That Belrog from Super Bob is huge for kind of containing that power side. And it looks like Super Bob still has his Ophidius up, and he's dropping the snakes down. So his Ophidius snakes were able to take down the dragon. Now the snakes are just going to turn and take out Nora and Jax eventually. However, I am definitely scared of Pepe's Ophidius, because that could be really detrimental. But it looks like the snakes are not necessarily towards the Ophidius in the bottom area. It looks like they're definitely more concentrated on the Belrog. So the enemy just lost out on a bunch of their DPS heroes on this bottom side. Super Bob is now punching through in this top section. Sylph without their heroes is pretty much one of the weakest things out there. They're just super tanky with the trees. So Super Bob actually has it looks like he's got plenty of archers and spears. So between the archers and spears in that middle section, he'll be able to take down these trees much faster than the player with swords and archers would. So now Super Bob's spinning in his Rufio. He wants to take out the enemy's Elena. He easily popped down the Elena at the top side. So you can see the difference between swords and archers going up against a tree versus down here where you see spears and archers going up against trees. Trees melt to spears and especially rock and monks. So anyways, to Super Bob and Pepe, really good fight, both of you guys. Amazing job. Next, we have Mr. Chip. Mr. Chip is taking on Google. So Chip is actually using, I don't think I've seen this one from Chip before. He's actually using a Topaz Dragon. He's got the lightning rods. He's got the swell, thunderclap. This dragon actually looks pretty awesome, guys. Important to note, if you do go with a Topaz, make sure you have the lightning rods, and always make sure you have the blessed fatal blows. And the only time you should ever use a Topaz Dragon is with Hero Bread. So obviously Chip knows this. Chip is amazing. So he did that. The enemy is going with a Azul Dragon. He's got the Noble Blood. He's got Scales, Ice Blast. So this looks like an old school type of dragon. However, this guy has some serious Dragonic, so he outclasses Chip in that aspect. This guy's got some seriously powerful stuff. So let's look at everything. Chip won in Might and Command. Enemy won in Magic and Stamina. Magic and Stamina is really good to win for Sylph, so Let's go check this battle out. This looks pretty epic, guys. Pretty epic. These are two giant whales going at it. So we have Chip. Chip's definitely going with a power side. On the bottom side, he's got the Denji. So first thing he does, he starts off with, I believe that was the Earthquake on top of the Sylph Heroes. Don't want to give away the secret, but if you want to slow down the power side for Sylph, make sure you start off with the Earthquake. Chip immediately goes into a Spider Web as well, just to cover that whole area with all of the heroes to slow down the Sylph player's power side. You can see Chip's actually losing some swordsmen in that top area, but he slowed them down so much that it's just unreal. Now Chip is dropping down all of the stuff from Raxius to hopefully deal some damage and also speed up his own archers. The totems on the bottom are allowing his archer to just blast right through those trees. You can see he already took down one tree, maybe two trees. His archers, one pack of archers with the swords is just shredding that bottom tree, which remember guys, the enemy won in stamina. Now, the more important part of this fight is going to be this whole top side, because going up against Sylph, you have to contain their power side with all the heroes, and Chip's been able to do that. He then switches to the fire off with Jax trying to take down the enemy dragon. He drops the Badger's Bat Splits also in that area with the dragon, and that should be enough to hopefully damage that dragon and render it immobile or useless for a while, or just pop off the protection thing. Bottom side, the tree finally dropped now. Chip has like a whole pack of archers going up against the enemy Balrog. The enemy Balrog will eventually crash and burn. Chip finally does a resurrection with the swords. I'm surprised that Chip was able to hold on to it that long, but you can see the power of Gan's Earthquake along with the spiderwebs coming out to kind of slow down everything. Black Hole comes out and ties up some of Chip's archers. Not the end of the world. Chip's still working on this bottom side, going up against the Balrog. Balrog takes forever. Balrog's now getting super low. The archers focus on Balrog. Balrog's going to drop with Denji hitting him as well. Top side is still just being stalled out. The enemy, remember, this is an Azul Dragon, 3 max out Dragonics. This is a serious dragon, no joke. Chip's finally moving up towards that area. He's going to take down the enemy Bane first. Bane is super tanky, but with that many troops attacking it cannot live forever. And with that, guys, there is one last tree, the last tree in the Amazon by Google, and Chip takes it down. So both Google and Chip, amazing fights, guys. You guys did amazing. And now we have Toby. Toby is going up against a Sylph player named Invisible version 2, who is using a, this looks like a Onyx Dragon, and it looks like a really good Onyx Dragon, not gonna lie. He's got two things maxed out. Toby's actually going with, this is a Tommy Spears, that's the name of this dragon, with maxed out Dragonic. Wow. So he's got the Pulse, Noble Blood, Arcane Blessing, Blessed Fortitude, I love that. Blessed Barbarianism, love that for Spears. He's got Frigid Scale, Swell, and Hero Pred. So this dragon, between the Barbarianism and Fortitude, those are both there specifically for the Spears. And then he's got the damaging skills along with Noble Blood and Hero Pred for the Azul Dragon. Just massive stuff from Toby. So we can see Toby actually won in Stamina and Command, which is actually weird for Toby. Usually Toby wins in Might. So let's go see how this one played out. This is Toby going up against a Sylph player. So where is his Spears? I don't see his Spears right away. I don't know if his Spears are in that top side. Oh no, he replaced a pack of archers with a pack of Spears. Oh my god. This guy is nuts. You gotta be kidding me. So Toby actually replaced a pack of archers with Spears, and Toby just has so much burst on this bottom side. Now he's got Spears wrapping around the trees. As I said, guys, Spears and Monks just melt trees, and we can see this with Toby. He just, oh my god, these trees are melting. I actually feel really bad. As a Sylph player myself, temporarily right now, this hurts to watch. Toby now drops the Bat Splits. This is wild. This is absolutely wild. So his Spears just literally drop those trees. So that's another problem with Sylph, is if you stack up on one side, if you match up like Toby did, where the Spears just hit that stall side, there's nothing to take out the Spears. The Spears are so susceptible to damage. One Denji can destroy that entire Spear side. However, if you get lucky and you match up against your opponent where you have your Spears going up against their stall side, the enemy's not going to have much DPS to actually counter the Spears, and the Spears are just going to melt the trees. So amazing fight to Invisible version 2. Toby, great job as always. Love the dragon, man. And for the last fight of the day, we have Google going up against Toby. Both of these people we've seen before. Google is super strong, and when we look at the stats, it looks like Toby again won in stamina and command. The enemy won in magic and might. So let's just jump into this again. Toby's going with the spears instead of another pack of archers, which is just mind blowing to me. Oh no, this time he put the spears up front. So yeah, anyways, the enemy has a bunch of stuff going on in the bottom side. Toby just punches right through one spear pretty much immediately. It's still barely alive, but it's going to drop in a second. All three trees in this this top section are about to go down. One went down, two went down, three went down. Whole top side for the enemy has collapsed. They get a Virion and a Belrog up there. That's nothing in comparison to anything else. Toby's actually doing fine tanking up on this bottom side. He still has his dragon down there. Fenders is tying things up. And a pack of swords. This is ridiculous to watch. Oh my god. This is insane. Toby, next level meta. So he's not going super heavy with the spears, but it's enough where, like, I don't know, it's just working and it looks so good. So anyways, Toby, great job. Chip, great job. Super Bob, Invisible version 2. Melindo, thank you. Thank you for the good fight. Thank you for teaching me so much about the game. Supreme Rain beat Blood Moon. We'll have the next one with the full thing. But until next time, guys, please make sure you like, share, subscribe to these videos so that I can keep doing more. In the description of this video and all videos, there's some cool stuff like the merch store, Patreon, so that I can keep doing these videos. Patreon people, thank you guys so much for being here. And also the OGC official Discord. So check that out as well. I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Have a great night.